Hello, hockey card collectors. Welcome to Scruffybear.ca's channel. I'm the Scruffy Bear. I've been collecting hockey cards since 1969-70, and I still got most of my sets. Today, I thought we'd break one of my favorite teams, the Toronto Maple Leafs Centennial set. I primarily look for oldies, like autographs and jerseys of older players. That's what I prefer. So this is a pretty good set right here. The odds in here are 1 and 2 for Blue Maple Leaf die cut parallel, a 1 in 193 of Maple Leaf materials, 1 in 792 Maple Leaf materials duos, and 1 in 2,376 Maple Leaf materials trios, and of course Maple Leaf marks, which is their autograph. There's 1 in 24. The interesting thing about this set is the first 100 cards are the base set. We have that for sale on our site, Scruffybear.ca. The second 100 cards, from 101 to 200, are short prints. And some of them are even shorter prints because they're numbered. So, my favorite team's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Always has been since I was 10 years old. And should be very interesting in going down memory lane opening this set. So let's just open this up here and get started. This box cost me $30 a while back. That's $30 Canadian. And has 24 packs with 5 cards in each. So let's get started. And we have Alan Bester, Charlie Conacher, Hall of Famer. Sometimes these are numbered, sometimes they're not, as I said in the second one. And then we got die cuts 1 and 2. We got the first one is Phil Kessel and Jason Blake and Mark Osborne, at one time part of the best defensive line ever. Next pack. Okay, Terry Martin, Todd Warner. Met him several times. I got several autographs of him. And Rick Vive, former 50 goal scorer. Wendell Clark on a die cut. And Mike Johnson. And we got Wendell Clark without a die cut. Bobby Bond, I remember watching him play in the late 60s, early 70s. And Bob Davison, captains. Daryl Sittler, die cut. And Johnny Bauer, my favorite goalie. Met him several times, got his autograph a few times. Daryl Sittler, one of my favorite players ever. Let's move it along. And we got Nazem Kadri, who's now in Colorado. Dan Maloney, Felix Potvin, best goalie in the 90s. And Grant Fuhr, back after his years with Edmonton, die cut. And Jim McKinney, who at one time was on City TV Sports. Leafs are doing good this year. It's going to be interesting to see them go past one round. And we got Ian Turnbull, who holds a record, 5 goals in a game by a defenseman. Harry Lumley, Frank Mahovlich, the Big M, Tom Fergus, and Morgan Riley. Unfortunately, this isn't a hobby box. Otherwise, you could look for green and gold parallels, which are not in the retail. Felix Potvin, Howie Meeker. We used to watch him doing the hockey games as an analyst in the intermissions. And he always going, "Stop right there." And Doug Gilmour, memorable moments. Huh. Interesting. Ace Bailey, who wore number 6 for the Leafs at one time. He's the reason that they have all-star games now. He got into a big thing, or big sword or stick swinging duel, whatever, and got serious damage to his skull. So he had to get a metal plate installed. And they retired his number 6, and they started a benefit for Ace Bailey, and the benefit turned out to be the start of the All-Star game every year. And the only Leaf to ever wear number 6 after Ace Bailey was Ron Ellis, by Ace Bailey's permission. Austin Matthews. And we got Mike Walton, one of my favorites from the early 70s. He ended up on Boston at one time, but this guy was underrated. Rick Vive, 50-goal scorer, captains, and a die cut of Charlie Conacher. Ron Ellis, again, the only one to wear number 6 after Ace Bailey, by special permission. And Terry Sawchuk, towards the end of his career. Okay, we're Nick Metz, Dion Phaneuf, Howie Meeker, stop right there, Dave Hannon, and Red Kelly, who at one time brought pyramid power to the playoffs with the Leafs were in what, 78, 79? And we got Nick Antropoff, Don Metz, a retired number, Doug Gilmour, number 93, Pat Boutet, and Dmitry Yuskevich. Tyler Bozak, Gordy Drillin, and it looks like we got our auto, Mike Krushelinski, Rick Vive, and Ed Olczyk. Next pack. Like I said, you get one box, one auto in every box. So I think we got our auto, but I hope we get more. Be nice. I like the autos of the older players. There's Grant Fuhr, Charlie Conacher, Terry Sawchuk, trophy winners. Glenn Anderson, die cut. And Börje Salming, the first Swede to ever be in the NHL. They had to bring Indy Hammerstrom along with them. He wore number 11 on the Leafs. He was basically the interpreter for Salming because he didn't know much about English when he first came over. So there was Indy Hammerstrom and Börje Salming. They both came over in '73, the first Europeans ever to be in the NHL. Börje Salming lasted. Indy Hammerstrom didn't. Indy Hammerstrom had a reputation for going into the corner with eggs in his pocket and having none broken. Of course, he didn't last very long. But Börje went on to have an all-star career. And we got Robert Reichel, Peter Inachek, Red Horner, here's an oldie, Hall of Fame, James Van Riemsdyk, and Pete Stemkowski, who eventually ended up on the Rangers. The old days of the original six. Bill Berg, Gary Roberts, the fitness guru, Russ Courtnall, die cut, Sergei Berezin, one of my favorites in the 90s, Kyle Wellwood, and Miroslav Fricher, Vincent Damphousse. Boy, was I sorry when they traded him. Gary Lumley, Robert Reichel, die cut, and Billy D. Used to be Vibes setup man, as Vibes scored 50 goals a season for 3 years in a row. Billy D. Don't think Vibe would have had the career he had without Billy D. Whoa, sorry about that. I banged the camera here. Okay, got Thomas Caberly, Frank Mahovlich, Daryl Sittler, Hall of Fame, Wilf Paymont, and Dick Urban. And here we go, Doug Gilmour, Brian Glennie. Now there was a hard hitter. Loved Glennie's hits. You're going over the blue line, next thing you know, it's like you hit the China wall. And there's Norm Allman, memorable moments. I wonder how many kids know about Norm Allman. And there's Norm Allman again with the regular card, base card, and Dave Andreychuk, another 50-goal scorer for the Leafs. The first to score 50 goals for the Leafs was Rick Vaive. He did it 3 years in a row. And then Lehman. And then Andreychuk. Frederick Anderson. Ed Belfour, memorable moments. Peter Inachek, die cut. Gary Roberts. And Gordy Drillin. Bob Neely, Silaps, Rick Vaive, memorable moments. When he notched his 50 goals of the 81-82. And he also scored 50 goals for the next 2 campaigns, and only Wayne Gretzky and Mike Bossy scored more in that 3-year span. And another 50-goal scorer, but he only did it 1 year, Gary Lehman. Interesting thing about the rumor, there's a rumor about this Gary Lehman. He slept with Eddie Olczyk's, or no, sorry, not Eddie Olczyk, Aya Efraidi's wife, which quickly got his exit to Calgary, why they kept Aya Efraidi. Red Horner, another oldie but goodie. Just a rumor I heard over the years. Glenn Anderson, Carlton the Bear, and Dick Urban, Hall of Fame. King Clancy, Harold Ballard's former sidekick after his playing career, and Mitch Marner, who's tearing up the league now. Jim Dory, Lanny McDonald, and Wendell Clark, captains. Ed Belfour, die cut, and Rick Keogh. Oh, getting down to the last bit here. William Nylander, Wendell Clark, Carlton the Bear die cut, Dave Reed, and Eddie Shack. The old thing, clear the track, here comes Shack. He runs them over, he gives them a whack. An old song we used to sing when we were kids. Mike Gardner, Lanny McDonald, Bobby Bond die cut, Barry Melrose, and there's the devil himself, Aya Efraidi, who had his wife an affair. Oh, down to our last packs here. King Clancy, Leo Komarov, Red Horner captains, Jim Morrison, and Frederick Modine. Last pack. Mike Foligno, Daniel Marois, another one of my favorites from the late 80s, early 90s, Darryl Sittler, captains, Laurie Boschman, and Shane Corson. Okay, well that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We got a Mike Krushelinski auto. If I have this one, it'll end up on our site for sale. In the meantime, if anybody likes this set, we have a base set of Centennial online at Scruffybear.ca, along with a lot of our other rookie cards and that, some oldies, Mike Bossy's rookie card, Mark Messier's rookie card, Paul Coffey's rookie card, Ray Bork's rookie card. Lots of rookie cards on Scruffybear.ca. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you like it also, we can give it a subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the sooner we'll start a contest, and we'll have contests with every 100 subscribers, just like most of the other breakers. So that's it for the Centennial set. Hope everybody is well and safe. Take care.